The cryptocurrency markets are in a panic right now. Bitcoin is in a free fall as it appears that Tesla may have sold their Bitcoin holdings. Crazy times, guys, crazy times. In this video, I'm going to look at the technicals, kind of get a feeling for where we are in this market cycle, if it's actually anything that's out of the ordinary, if it's a reason to be freaking out and to be worrying. Also, we're going to be looking into this Tesla story a little bit more and actually try and determine, does it actually matter if Tesla sold their freaking Bitcoin? Is it even a big gosh darn deal? My name's Lark. Every day I make videos talking about cryptocurrency investing, so if that's a topic you'd like to learn some more about, make sure you subscribe to the channel. Gently tap on the thumbs up button. Don't break your screens, just, a gentle tap would be highly appreciated for the YouTube algorithm. And of course, click on the notification bell to know when I put out a new video. Let's go ahead and turn over to the charts. Okay, so the charts, it's not looking super pretty right now. You can see this massive red candle for last week. Now, the good news about last week's massive bold red candle is that we did actually, just by a razor's edge, close above the 21-week exponential moving average. This is an area that a lot of traders and investors are watching as a sign of support for a bull market continuation. Now, unfortunately, the new week has opened up with a red candle currently sitting below the 21-week EMA. Now, we do have almost 7 days in order to turn that around, to get some recovery coming, and for the weekly candle to close above the 21-week EMA. So let's watch for the rest of the week to see how we actually turn this around here. But I just wanted to kind of jump into this topic here and just think, man, we're currently down 34.5% from the top, around $65,000 a few weeks ago. Now, of course, Elon Musk scaring the market, freaking everyone out. Price has gone down significantly, so we're currently 34.5% under the all-time high. This has led a lot of people to be very bearish and to call the end of the bull market. It's all over. It's time to short this Ponzi down to zero. I do not agree with that sentiment. In fact, what we're seeing right now is not actually that crazy. The market can be very emotional, and sometimes you need to zoom out a little bit to actually get the full picture on what the heck is happening, to see the forest from the trees. Now, this 34% correction, it is currently the worst correction that we've seen during the 2021 bull market. You can see previously we did have a 31.6% correction. That was back in January after reaching the new high peak at $42,000. We corrected all the way back down to $28,000. We also saw another massive correction coming in February, where we saw the price dropping from $58,000 all the way back down to $42,500. These kind of corrections are relatively normal. Now let's go back and have a look at 2017. And I know we like to do this a lot, but again, it's super instructive because it helps you understand that what we're seeing right now is nothing out of the ordinary. So you can see in 2017, the bull run of legends, right? The one where we saw incredible gains for really all of the cryptocurrency industry, and I still maintain that the current bull run is just getting started and that we do have an incredible opportunity still in this market, and that we're going to see prices moving a lot higher for the rest of the year. Now, what do we have here? 38% correction, 35% correction, 42% correction, 40% correction, 30% correction. So in fact, we have 1, 2, 3, 4 different corrections that were worse than the current correction that we're seeing right now for Bitcoin. All of those were also much bigger FUD events. These were major exchange hacks or China banning crypto or whatever it might have been, versus a company potentially selling their Bitcoin. Not a big deal. Not a big deal. People are treating it like a big deal because obviously Elon Musk, he's probably got one of the biggest, if not the biggest, Twitter account. He's a very influential businessman. He's one of the richest men in the world. And so Tesla having sold Bitcoin wouldn't be awesome, but also it's just one company at the end of the day. But we'll dive into that just a little more here in a moment. I also wanted to point out too, this is again the 21-week exponential moving average. And once again, you can see that it did act as a line of support multiple times during the 2017 bull market. And in every single one of these situations here and here, where we saw pretty similar actually candle action to what we're seeing right now, a close above it, another week starting below it, and then we actually bounced back. Again, another candle wicking under, another candle wicking under. This kind of price action, it just reminds you that we tend to see big bounces off of this very important trend line. So every single one of these opportunities was a buying opportunity, a dip buying opportunity. And it's an opportunity that not a lot of people take, because every time that this happens, that you get a 35, 40% drawdown in the price, people are freaking panicking because they're over leveraged, they're losing money, they've just bought the top, right? They just found out about Bitcoin a week or two ago. I get it. We've all been there. And you bought the top, and now people are panic selling the bottom. And yet, in every single one of these situations back in 2017, what happened? People came in, bought the dip, 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 and went on for massive success. So you have to zoom out. You have to look at the big picture here. What we're currently seeing with Bitcoin, it is not something to be worried about. This is a pretty typical situation that we see happening in the cryptocurrency markets. Chances are in a few weeks' time, everything's going to be back to being mega bullish. Everyone's going to be talking about being the new paradigm of money and all that stuff. But if this is your first rodeo and this stuff's freaking you out, you got to take that bigger perspective and understand the trends in the market and how things work. By the way, if you want to trade some Bitcoin, get in on the volatility that is going on in the market right now, you need to get yourself an account over on Femex. It is the best futures trading platform. It's where I do basically all of my futures trading. Now you can actually get up to $2,150 in trading bonuses by using the link down below in the description, plus 10% off of your fees. So you get $150 for making your first deposits, doing your first trades, plus an extra $2,000 in trading bonuses, depending on how much Bitcoin you deposit. If you deposit 0.01 Bitcoin, you get a $20 bonus, and up to 2 Bitcoin, where you can get a $2,000 bonus. That link's just down below me here in the description. This is a limited time offer. You just have 8 days left to get in on that deal. So if you are a trader, then go ahead and check that out. Now, let's talk about market sentiment, because I have definitely been seeing across YouTube and Twitter comments, there are a lot of people who are freaking the frick out right now. And I get it. If you're new around here, this kind of extreme market volatility, it can freak you out, man. You put 10 grand in a Bitcoin 3 or 4 weeks ago, now you're down 30+%. Ouch. It hurts. It hurts when you think about it like that. But you have to remember, why did you buy Bitcoin in the first place? Why did you buy cryptocurrencies in the first place? Obviously, when Bitcoin is tanking, everything is tanking. The incredible part is, though, all of this fear, this negative sentiment, people who have been around for a while, the successful investors in the market, understand what's actually going on here. This is not a time to panic sell your crypto. This is a time to be panic buying crypto. These are great buying opportunities. Remember, I just pointed out on the charts that we had these corrections multiple times where we tested the 21-week exponential moving average, where we had these 30 to 40% drawdowns in price multiple times during 2017. Every single time that happened, everybody said, the bear market's here, it's all over, Bitcoin's going to zero, blah, 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 blah. And panic sell now, basically. Every single one of those opportunities was a fantastic buying opportunity. So keep that in mind. This is high level of fear sentiment tends to be a good opportunity for the savvy investor. I'm reminded of the saying by old man Buffett, be fearful when others are greedy and greedy when others are fearful. Look, Old Warren, he may not get Bitcoin. In fact, he is a rather prolific Bitcoin hater. But the man does understand markets, and he understands market sentiment. And he is spot on with that saying, especially when you look at a day like today. Today is the day to be greedy because others are so gosh darn fearful. Now let's talk about the Tesla story here. So Elon Musk suggests Tesla may have dumped their Bitcoin holdings. So he was on Twitter, as he always seems to be. He responded to this guy, Mr. Whale, Bitcoiners are going to slap themselves next quarter when they find out Tesla dumped the rest of their Bitcoin holdings. Elon Musk responded to that saying, indeed. Well, maybe it seems that Tesla may have sold their Bitcoin. Now, the fact that they stopped accepting Bitcoin for cars shook the market. People started freaking out just about that. If Tesla sold their Bitcoin, which could very well be the case right here. Now, initially, you have to keep in mind, initially when they came out and said that they're not going to accept Bitcoin for payments anymore, they did say, we're keeping the Bitcoin that we have as a strategic asset, diversifying away from cash. Since then, Elon Musk has basically been nonstop attacked on Twitter. So maybe he's rage quitting Bitcoin, or maybe he's just, I don't know, trolling people or whatever. But the fact that Tesla may have sold their Bitcoin is freaking people out, man. One company ended it all. The bull run is over. Thanks, Elon Musk. Psh, that guy. Now let's keep it all in perspective here, because I think a lot of people are failing to do that. The Tesla Bitcoin, it's worth about 0.2% of the entire market cap of Bitcoin. Now, we don't know exactly how much Bitcoin Tesla purchased, but they got around 38,000 Bitcoin left. They did sell 10% of their Bitcoin. That was around 4,000 Bitcoin. Now, in the last 30 days, institutions have actually bought 215,000 Bitcoin. I bring this up because it's really important to understand Tesla is just one company. They don't make the market. They are not holding 20% of the supply of Bitcoin. They're holding 0.2% of the supply of Bitcoin. Hey, that's a lot of Bitcoin, man. That's like, $2.5 billion of the Bitcoin or something. Currently, their average buy-in price was something around $35,000 approximately. So Tesla's got some Bitcoin on hand without a doubt. But over the last 30 days, institutions have bought 5 times more Bitcoin than Tesla even holds. So think about that. We've seen institutional accumulation of 1% of the supply of Bitcoin in the last 30 days. And everyone's freaking out because one company, which holds 0.2% of the supply of Bitcoin, may have sold their Bitcoin. All I can say is thanks for selling the Bitcoin, man. We'll take it. The market will absorb it. Not a problem, Elon. If you don't want to hold on to that Bitcoin for Tesla, and it's still not 100% clear if Tesla has sold their Bitcoin or not, but if they have, the institutions are there waiting to buy it. I'm there waiting to buy it. You're there waiting to buy it. People are buying the freaking dip. And interestingly, just this news in of itself has given people an incredible buying opportunity because everyone's freaking panicking, or enough people are panicking that the price is going down significantly. But just for some perspective here for you too, this is bitcointreasuries.org. It shows which companies are currently holding Bitcoin. So we can see, of course, MicroStrategy still holding 91,850 Bitcoin. Square has 8,000 Bitcoin. Marathon has 5,000 Bitcoin. Coinbase 4,000 Bitcoin, and on and on. So these are just publicly traded companies. We can also go down and see private holdings like Block One and their 140,000 Bitcoins. That's the company behind EOS here. Stone Ridge Holdings, that's the company behind the New York Digital Investment Group, NYDIG, right? So they've got 10,000 plus Bitcoin. We can see other big companies as well, all the ETFs or ETF-like products that are starting to come out to the market and the massive demand for those products. And of course, all of the other holders that haven't even announced yet. So just these alone, if we exclude Tesla from this, would make up 7.6% of the supply of Bitcoin. So even within just the companies and different institutions that we know for certain are in Bitcoin, Tesla is a minority of those, let alone all the other institutions and hedge funds and private funds and billionaires and et cetera, et cetera, et cetera, that have been getting into Bitcoin. For example, the Bitcoin Treasuries site here doesn't actually list any of the sovereign wealth funds which have been getting into Bitcoin. For example, Singapore's sovereign wealth fund. So let's just keep that in mind when looking at this chart here, that Bitcoin's not going to rise or fall long term based on Tesla being in or not in the market. The demand is through the frickin' roof, and if Tesla doesn't want to be part of that party, they don't have to be part of that party. So it's all good. And here's a statement as well from the chief investment officer of BlackRock. BlackRock is one of the world's biggest investment funds and asset managers. They came out and said that Bitcoin is durable. Bitcoin is going to be around for a long time. BlackRock, of course, is getting into the Bitcoin game. Bitcoin's not going anywhere, so just keep that in mind. And just some final thoughts here for you. It was nice to have Elon on the Bitcoin train, and maybe Tesla still does have their Bitcoin. They may not be selling all their Bitcoin. It's hard to tell until we get an official announcement from the company. But I just want to say this. I was in Bitcoin way before Elon Musk was, and I'll be in Bitcoin way after Elon Musk was. Doesn't change my opinion. It was cool to have Tesla on board. I like that. As a Tesla fan, someone who likes their cars, I was excited to have Tesla on board. And I hope that they haven't sold their Bitcoin. But if they did, I'm still going to hold my Bitcoin. And the market is still going to go up. We're still going to challenge the market cap of gold. Bitcoin is still going to go up to $550,000, maybe $1 million over the next decade or so. Having survived 2018, 2019, this stuff that we're seeing right now, none of this bothers me. Cool as a cucumber. I'm chilling, guys. I'm chilling. My conviction has not been wavered by a company selling their Bitcoin potentially. So that's just me, of course. I know that not everyone is going to have the same opinion on Tesla and what's going on in the market. I know a lot of people are very upset with, Elon Musk and Tesla right now and what's happening with the markets, but I'm looking at the long-term picture. I'm looking at where Bitcoin's going to be in 5 or 10 years' time, not where it's going to be in 5 minutes or 5 days. Right now, I'm just looking at buying opportunities. Anyway, your question for today. If Tesla has indeed sold their Bitcoin, has it changed your opinion on Bitcoin at all? If so, let me know down below. If not, also let me know down below in the comment section. Thanks so much for watching today's video, and peace out till next time.